Most people have no idea how to comp land. They either guess and overpay or they get scared and never make an offer. But if you're trying to flip land, this is the one skill you have to master. I've seen beginners over offer by 10,000, 20,000, even 50,000 on a single lot. Not because they're dumb, but because they don't have a real process. They trusted the wrong number. They listened to a seller who knows what it's worth and they got stuck with a contract they couldn't sell. I do 30 vacant land deals every single month, and comping is the very first thing we master. Because if you get the numbers wrong here, nothing else matters. Your marketing doesn't matter, your negotiation doesn't matter, your buyer list doesn't matter. If the price is wrong, the deal is dead. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact step-by-step process I use to figure out what a piece of land is actually worth in 2026, the same way I comp land on real deals. By the end of this, you'll know how to spot overpriced lots instantly and reverse engineer your offer so you never lock up a bad deal, and know what builders will realistically pay before you even talk to the seller. Step one, what comping really means. Comping land is not complicated. People make it complicated because they want it to feel like it's some advanced or secret skill. Here's what you're actually doing. You are looking at what similar pieces of land sold for near the property, you're analyzing, and you're using that information to determine what your lot is worth today. That's it. You're not predicting the future. You are not pricing retail. You are simply answering one question. If I lock this deal up today, what can I realistically sell it for to a builder? Everything else builds off that. Step two, run your comps on Zillow. When I run comps on land, I use Zillow because it's fast, simple, and accurate to make strong offers. Here's the exact process. So first you're gonna go to Zillow and type in the address of the property. And once you are on the map, do not look at for sale. Okay, you need to look at sold. For sale means nothing. People can list land at any number they want. We only care about what the market actually paid. Now, the filters we're going to put are going to be sold, home type, land, more, last 90 days. Once we're here, we're going to look around in the area. Now, obviously, we don't have an address to work with right now, but once you actually have a property that you need to comp, here's what you are going to do. You'll zoom in around the property. Let's say the piece of land is over here. And as you can see, these numbers are all pieces of land that have sold within the last 90 days. This is more than enough sales and more than enough data to work with. Now, if there was only maybe one or two of these numbers on the screen, you would do the last 6 months to be able to see some more. But here we are going to stick with the last 90 days. It's more than enough. Now, when you zoom in, you'll see that all these pieces of land are just about the same size. They are identical and they're all worth the same amount. But when you're looking on the map, there's prices all over the place. And why is that? Remember, there's a couple different types of buyers. There's people that want to buy a piece of land, invest in it, and hold it for years to come, then sell it for more. There's people that want to buy a piece of land and build their dream home on it, and they don't care what price they pay. And there's also home builders who buy a piece of land, build a house, and then they sell the house, and that is their business. Obviously, home builders are the people we are going to be selling to. They do not want to pay top dollar. They want an actual deal. So when we're looking around, we're seeing all these different comps. We got some in the 30s, we got some in the high 20s, even one in the low 20s. We're obviously going to rule out the low 20s because clearly that's not the average. What we want to do is find the average. Off the top of my head, I'd say the average in this area is about $28,000. Now, just because that's the average doesn't mean that's what a builder actually wants to pay. They typically want a few $1,000s off on the sale. So if the average here of these numbers is around 28,000, we need to know our builder will pay around 25,000. So to make an offer to a seller that we're going to be able to flip for a profit and actually get paid, we need to come in a few $1,000s under that $25,000 mark. So in this area here, we would offer anywhere from $20,000 to $22,000 and make $3,000 to $5,000 on the deal. Comps really isn't complicated. We're just taking all these numbers here, making sure that all the lots are the same, and we're averaging the number, chopping off a few grand, and then being below that number. Now, step 3 is making sure you are choosing real comparables. This step matters because bad comps create bad offers. Again, you want sold lots that are in the same exact immediate area, the same exact size, the same general type, intended for the same use, usually residential, buildable land. If you're looking for a normal quarter-acre residential lot, you want to run comps with other normal quarter-acre residential lots. I keep it simple. I look at 5 to 10 of these, maybe the entire area, since there's a ton of sales. I add them up and I take the average, I chop a few $1,000s off, and then I offer a few $1,000s below that. This is not about being perfect, it's about being logical and consistent. Now, step 4 is translate the average into a realistic sales price. Let's say we look at all of these here and the average again comes out to $28,000. That number is your baseline value. Here's where beginners mess up. They think that means they can sell the deal for $28,000. Again, you're not listing this retail, you are wholesaling it. Builders will still make strong offers, but they usually won't pay the absolute top of the market number through a wholesaler. So if your average is $28,000, again, our sales price is probably close to $25,000, $26,000. That is the translation. Average sold price equals baseline value. Realistic wholesale price equals slightly below that baseline. And just to be clear, the assessed value that you'll see right here, for example, this one shows $18,000. It does not matter. Sold comps run the deal, period. Now, step 5, reverse engineer your offer. This is where deals are won. This is your most important step. Once you know what you can realistically sell the deal for, you work backwards. If you can sell the lot for $25,000 to $26,000 and you want a $5,000 assignment fee, well, you can't pay the seller $25,000 to $26,000. You need margin. So you're going to aim to lock it up around $20,000 to $21,000, depending on closing costs and how clean the lot is. And I'll be honest, I'm not obsessed with perfect spreads. I'd rather make $1,000 on a deal 100 times than chase one home run and miss deals all month. The formula is simple. Offer price equals realistic sales price minus your assignment fee minus a safety margin. That works in every market. Before coaching, Nathan, my student, was doing what most beginners do, guessing on the price and hoping the deal would work. Once they learned how to comp land the right way, everything changed. They understood what builders actually pay, how to price deals correctly, and how to make offers with confidence instead of hesitation. And as you can see, it worked pretty well because these are his results right here. If you want to stop second guessing yourself and learn the exact comping system I teach my students, book a call below. The link is in the description, and we'll see if we can help you out and if it makes sense for you. Step number 6, the deal killers you must check before you lock anything up. Once the numbers make sense, you must validate the deal. This is where people either protect themselves or waste weeks of time. There are 4 things you check every single time. First, flood zones. If the property is in a flood zone, 99% of builders won't touch it. Harder to insure, harder to build, not worth the headache. Second is wetlands. If the lot has wetlands, it's often not buildable. That is not a deal. You check both of those quickly using Land ID. And if it's clean, you move forward. If it's not, you move on. Never try to force it. Third, utilities. You need to know if the lot is well septic, city water and septic, or city water and city sewer. Utilities can change the value of a piece of land by $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 or more. This is why 2 lots on opposite sides of the same road can sell for completely different prices. You check utilities by searching up the city utilities map and confirm what service is available at the lot. Fourth, zoning and slope. The lot needs to be buildable and it needs to be reasonably flat. A heavy slope means it costs a lot of money to fill it and level it, and that affects pricing. If all those boxes are checked and the numbers still work, you're in good shape. If you get comping wrong, you're dead in the water before you start. But if you follow these steps, you'll know exactly what to offer and your deals will get sold fast because they're priced right. And if you like this video and you want to learn my complete land flipping system, click right here and watch my full A to Z step-by-step course where I break down everything from finding deals to locking them up and selling them to builders. Click the link and I'll see you inside. It's a pretty good video. Like, comment, subscribe, give me some feedback and let me know what you would like to see next and if this video helped you. And again, if you would like to book a call to chat about more hands-on help directly with me and my team, the link is in the description.